I think when people think of payroll, they think of it very operational, paying people their salary every month. It can sound a bit boring, but I've been really pleasantly surprised. Every day is different, every day is something new, whether it's setting up a new entity, firefighting, redesigning a process, implementing new technology systems. I'm Jessica Froh, Head of Payroll at Standard Chartered Bank. Well, I started my career at KPMG and then into EY in tax. Moved to Singapore with Ernst & Young and joined Standard Chartered here in Singapore. First of all, I joined heading up the international mobility team before moving into a more traditional reward role and then into payroll just this year. The great thing about Standard Chartered is it's so diverse and it has a really unique footprint. So although it's a British bank, I think of it more as an international bank. I mean, our biggest footprint is kind of Africa and Asia. And the other thing that I like about Standard Chartered is banks have a reputation, let's say, for being a bit more aggressive, a dog-eat-dog kind of world. But Standard Chartered would be, in my eyes, a nice bank. So they're very concerned about well-being, inclusiveness, and I think that's come out even more during the pandemic. I think you get to see a lot more depth when you move in-house. So when you're a consultant, you get to see, the surface of a lot of clients, but you don't necessarily get involved in, let's say, implementation or seeing things through. We've recently started a Future of Work project, and that really came about because of feedback from employees. So it's about helping people work more flexibly, whether that's time, location, where and when they work. So because of COVID, I've really seen the Future of Work project accelerate. Everybody's working from home kind of anyway, and I think a lot of organizations, the bank included, weren't really confident that an arrangement like that would be practical, would be efficient, would people do their work, would people, And so I think they've kind of got a little glimpse into the future as, oh, actually, this is achievable. So we've been working with ADP for more than 10 years now. It's our longest standing payroll partnership. The key area that we're working on with ADP is taking it to the next level. So we've established our relationship with them for the past 10 years. BAU goes very smoothly. So now we're seeing what more can we do. So we've recently set up a new entity in Guangzhou, China, for our service center over there. And it's been done in what we call record-breaking time. So a normal entity setup for us would be between 18 to 24 months, and we've achieved it in 10 months. And I mean, that's really down to our partnership with ADP. One of the other projects that Payroll's working on is SuccessFactors, our launch of SuccessFactors, our new HR system. And it's also giving us an opportunity to work with ADP and think about what we're currently doing. Are we lifting and shifting that into SuccessFactors, or is there a better way to do it? And we really appreciate it when our vendors come to us with new ideas. It really makes a difference. And I want vendors to come to us. I want ADP to bring those suggestions to us. Well, COVID's been a very challenging time for everybody, especially payroll. We were kind of almost instantly on work from home arrangements. But I think we've been very lucky in payroll because we've already started our transformation journey quite some time ago. So we've got well-established vendors like ADP on board that meant that we didn't miss any payroll cutoff dates. We achieved 100% compliance with our payroll. So during COVID, we also implemented a salary sacrifice donation drive for our employees to contribute towards COVID relief. And it was one of our most successful fundraisers in the bank, with over $1.4 million raised from our employees. So recently we held our annual town hall for our shared service centre in India, which our CEO Bill Winters attended, and payroll was specifically mentioned during that town hall as kind of being unsung heroes of COVID. I think traditionally payroll doesn't get talked about that much. It's kind of expected, yes, we'll get paid, and this has made people realise that it's a really important function. Things are always changing. We never stop. We're never going to be done. So there's always kind of the next vision. We've launched our 2020 strategy, which really covers three main themes. One around digitalisation, so how we can use our data, payroll data, better. Look into artificial intelligence. And kind of a follow-on from that then is looking at our people and processes. So if our teams aren't going to be doing that manual work anymore, what value-add work would they be doing? So where do roles need to change? Where do we need to reskill? And then the final one around centralisation and risk management. So completing the transformation journey. I guess in the next 3 to 4 years, it's pretty ambitious, maybe a little longer term than that. What I'm really aiming for is what I call full automation. So, I mean, a lot of people think this exists today, that, payroll just press a button and the payroll runs and everyone gets paid. Unfortunately, that's not how it works for us at the moment. And I really want to get closer to that, what I'd call full automation in the next, probably 3 to 7 years.